if you can spot them. They always surface right next to the lower half of mom. We have a beautiful pod of Atlantic bottlenose dolphins surfacing just in front of the Cape May Point Arts and Science Center and the Lighthouse. Now, although we are approaching the dolphins with the utmost respect and courtesy, they do know that we are here. They can use a combination of their senses to always tell exactly where our boat is located. Dolphins do have a good eyesight, and if you look closely, sometimes you can spot their eyes as they come up to breathe. Dolphins have one black eye on either side of their head, or their melon. Whenever we see these eyes emerge from the surface of the water, they are looking back at us. Dolphins can see us pretty much just as well as we can see them. They also have an excellent sense of hearing. Dolphins hear from tiny pinholes that are hidden back behind their eyes. With these tiny pinholes, they can hear the sounds and vocalizations of other dolphins from far distances away. They can recognize boats over time by the sounds of their engines, or they can even hear the sound of my voice right now. So dolphins, they can see us and they can also hear us, but one thing that they cannot do is smell us. They have no sense of smell whatsoever out here. And that's okay, because dolphins really don't need a sense of smell. Instead, they have an extra special sense that you've probably heard of instead. It's called echolocation. During echolocation, the dolphin will emit a very high-pitched sound wave from the top of its head or its melon, and they aim that sound wave at an object, like our dresser, the bottom of the seafloor, or even their fish and other prey items. That echolocation will bounce off of our vessel to be received back through the animal's lower jaw. They're then capable of telling exactly where our boat is located, how fast we are traveling, or even the mass of it as well. Echolocation is 100% necessary to their survival. So each one of these dolphins, including the two really small calves that we have surfacing together here on our left side, all of these animals are constantly echolocating at their environment, at their surroundings. Wow, this is a really nice pod here along our left side with the small calves surfacing. This echolocation acts like a type of X-ray vision, like a sonar. So what they're doing is they're getting a mental image in their brain of the object that they're echolocating at. This is the primary sense that dolphins use to hunt and find their food. Our New Jersey dolphins love to feed on small oily bait fish like bunker or Atlantic menhaden. This is the primary food source that draws our larger humpback whales here. But they're not picky eaters like our humpback whales are. These dolphins can feed on any types of fish they can get their jaws on. Dolphins love to feed on some larger fish like bluefish or even striped bass. And feeding is one of the most common behaviors that we observe throughout the season. So spring, summer, and fall, we always see feeding behavior with our bottlenose dolphins. Now, in the next few weeks, as our waters and air temperatures warm, mating behaviors will be the most common behavior that we sight here off our coasts. Remember, that's another major reason why these dolphins are coming here to Cape May. They are coming here to mate. An adult dolphin can mate anywhere from 5 to 7 times per day for both procreation as well as recreation. This is an indicator to their high intelligence level because the only other species of mammals that understand the difference between procreation as well as recreation are humans and some species of chimpanzees. So dolphins, very generally speaking, depending on how you think about it, can be thought of as the second smartest animal that we have alive today on planet Earth. Just came up again here at 12 o'clock. you can spot that small cat. So if one of the female dolphins were to become pregnant with all the mating behavior that we observe here off our coast, and like we said earlier, their average gestation is 12 whole months or 1 year at a time. The New Jersey Dolphins will head to North Carolina for the winter and then come back here to Cape May, New Jersey when they're ready to give birth. Dolphins will give live birth tail first underneath the surface of the water. Both of the calves just surface together here at 11 o'clock. The calf will stick by its mother's side for the first 2 to 3 years, or sometimes even longer. As it grows teeth and learns how to eat fish, it may still be nursing from mom too. Mom and calves form a very strong bond, and the father dolphin takes no part in calf rearing. Now also when that calf is born, the mother will sign something known as the signature whistle. The signature whistle acts just like a name would be to you or I. It's a series of high-pitched chirps and clicks. They will use these signature whistles just like us. So when we're meeting someone for the first time, what do? We introduce ourselves. We say our name and then we reach out to shake that person's hand. Well, dolphins will do pretty much the same exact thing. They will introduce themselves by saying their name or their signature whistle, and then they rub their bodies against one another to get to know the other dolphin. So this is another indicator of the very high intelligence level of the bottlenose dolphin. The fact that they all have their own names for one another that they make up themselves and also use to refer to each other by. Left side here, 9 o'clock. So if dolphins have their own names for one another, then this means they have to be talking to each other, right? Well, the human ear cannot hear too much of the dolphin language.